To be successful in day trading, you need to spend a large amount of time and effort in studying the market, developing your own trading plan, and executing your strategy. Before you become experienced in day trading, it is very easy to make mistakes, and some mistakes will cost you real money. Knowing what mistakes a beginner trader often makes in advance will help you to be more disciplined and to avoid unnecessary losses. This video will show you the top 3 mistakes in day trading with real examples. Let's get started. Number 1. Not following own rules and strategy. Day trading is a full-time job, and the first thing to start day trading is to have your own trading rules. The trading rules should cover everything such as what setups you should trade, what the criteria is for entry, and how to manage when you are in a live trade. Here's an example. Based on your study of historical chart and data, wedge pattern always leads to profitable trading opportunities when the trendline break happens. Head and shoulders pattern always indicates the reversal of the trend to the opposite direction. Other patterns have low probability of good trades. So the rule for setup is to trade only wedge and head and shoulders patterns. However, in the real trading, when the market moves fast, you have the sense of urgency to take the trade and ignore your rule for setup. Take a look at this chart. The market develops a downtrend. After a small pullback, the market continues to go down by another big bear bar. Then you take a short position and expect the market to go down even further. Right after you entered the short position at the bottom of this bear bar, the market reverses. After a range, it reverses to an uptrend. It turned out the bear bar is a bear trap. You breach their own rule for setup and trade something that you don't understand. This is a very typical mistake for beginner day traders. You will also have trading rules on your order entry. For example, you only trigger your order after you see defined signal bars, which means you have a specific requirement on the bar body, percentage of solid part, and the size of tails on each end. Meanwhile, you don't allow yourself to trace a trade in any circumstances because that will increase your stop loss and at the same time breach your study on the historical chart. Let's have a look at this chart. After the upward breakout, you're waiting for the pullback to finish and go long after you see a defined bull bar. This bull bar looks very good, and your strategy allows you to put a buy order at the top of the bull bar. However, you fail to pull the trigger after the signal bar finishes and the market goes up. Then you reposition your entry order at the top of the pullback range to trace the trade and get into the trade right after. The green vertical line shows the stop loss if you trigger your buy order at the top of the bull bar. The red vertical line shows the actual stop loss when you trace the trade. Your strategy is to take the profit when the market moves up the same distance as your stop loss from your entry level. The respective targets are drawn on the chart as the market goes on. You can see that your target on strategy is reached, but the target on trades is not. Instead, you get a stop loss because you did not follow your own trading rules that prohibit you from tracing the trade. Another trading rule breach is in trade management, and the most common issue is what to do if the trade does not go the way you expected right away. Basically, if the setup that you base your trade on is still valid, you need to stick to your strategy and exit your position only at a stop loss or profit target. On the contrary, if the setup changes, you need to exit your position right away, even if you have a loss. This is exactly the human psychology. Take a look at this chart. When the market touches the trend line for the third time, there's a good buying opportunity. The profit target should be either the upper trend line or the measured move based on the first two legs. After seeing this good signal bar, you should go long, and your order is triggered by the next bar. The market goes up as you expected. However, 2 bars later, the market comes back for pullback and before you reach your profit target. Since it goes back to below your entry level, you feel nervous and pressure, and you're afraid if the market reverses to downward and hit your stop loss. The next few bars still do not go anywhere and you close your position when the setup is still valid. Right after you close your position, the market goes up as initially planned. You regret not holding it for long enough. In the end, the market reaches the trendline profit target. Then it goes even higher. If you use the first leg as the measured move, the third leg reaches the target. This is a typical issue for beginner traders that they cannot sit tight and survive the pullback when the setup is still valid. We have just covered the first mistake for day trading, and let's have a look at the second one, which is not doing daily homework. Daily homework is very important for a day trader and will help you to build a deep understanding of day trading, have the insight of the market, and maintain stable performance over time. Some beginner day traders skip daily homework and jump into day trading the next day without any idea of what happened the previous day and what to expect the next day. So the improvement in day trading is limited, and the same mistakes in day trading will happen again and again. There are mainly 2 parts for the daily homework: daily summary and the preparation for the next day. You want to make a detailed summary every day on the profit and loss, even if you did not do any trading during the day, which is quite normal. A database specifying how many ticks you have gained and lost by contract and by each financial instrument will show your past performance in the day trading for a certain period of time, based on which you will know which financial instrument has better opportunities than others, so you want to focus on them. You also need to build similar database by setup and calculate the profit and loss based on the probability of winning, stop loss, and the profit target. You want to trade only the setups that will give you profit over time and stop trading those that will give you a negative trader's equation. Meanwhile, in your daily homework, you also need to study every day's chart on the changing patterns, strengths of recent market, and the daily volatility. These statistics are very important because the market is always changing, and for some period of time, one financial instrument has low volatility with no trading opportunities, while others will start big moves every day. So you want to be aware of them and develop a plan accordingly. Here is an example of the daily statistics. You want to record the details for each of the setups and all the statistics that can support your strategy. The second category for daily homework is the preparation for the next day. Some beginner day traders may ask, I already have my strategy in mind and I know how to trade. Why and what should I prepare for the next day? Actually, each day's trading session is not independent, and there are always connections with historical market movement. A lot of the times, the high and lows from the previous day, previous week, and the previous month will serve as resistance and support, so you want to have them on your chart. They will provide you with very good estimates of profit target and where the market will go. Trendline from upper time frame is also important since there are traders from other time frame that will take action for their own strategy. These traders include swing traders and long-term trend followers. Other preparation includes the time of economic events. As you review the historical chart, each financial instrument will be impacted by one or more economic result release. Normally, before the event time, the market will move slowly or abnormally because everyone is waiting for that moment. If you trade before the event, it is possible that your profit target won't be reached, or you could get a stop loss at the moment of the result release. Without knowing it, you will increase your trading risk greatly. Here is an example of the daily homework for economic events. You want to study each of the events, and especially the ones that are important and have impact on your trading. In general, Not doing the daily homework is the second mistake for beginner traders. Starting now on, you want to spend half an hour at least on a daily basis to summarize your daily performance and make preparation for the next trading day. The third mistake for beginner day trader is to switch to live account for trading before even profitable in paper account. It is quite normal that with the enthusiasm and excitement, a beginner trader wants to test their strategies and become successful right away. However, sufficient practice and being profitable in paper account are critical before moving to the live account. This is because if you are not profitable in paper account, how can you expect to be profitable in live account? Especially the pressure level in paper account and a live account are completely different. Before starting the live account trading, there are three questions you should ask yourself. Number one, how long have you practiced in the paper account? A couple of weeks are definitely not enough for practice. This is because market for any financial instruments moves by cycles from a few weeks to a few months or even longer. You want to make sure you have covered at least a full cycle, including a lag of trend movement and a pullback on the daily chart. So you will have an idea of all possible daily trend types. Here is an example for a full cycle. In the shaded area, you can see clearly that there's a leg up and there's a pullback. The second question is whether you're profitable enough in paper account. Most beginner day traders start day trading aiming to be able to support their living after go full-time on day trading. By calculating the total profit on a monthly basis or even quarterly basis will provide you with a good understanding on whether you can live on it. Like mentioned in the first question, you want to cover at least a full cycle of the market. Otherwise, you won't have sufficient profit and loss data to support your decision. Another reason is the market does not always move, and on some days, you won't be able to put a trade because the market moves very slowly. You want to make sure you know how many ticks or cents you need to earn on a monthly basis to be profitable enough for you, since you can simply by sizing up your order position to double or triple the profit. The third question is corresponding to the first mistakes for beginner day traders. Have you followed all your trading rules exactly? The answer must be yes before you go to live account. For example, if you see the market has a sudden move, but it is not your setup you're familiar with, but you still put a trade and earn some profit, since the profit is not based on the setup in your list, it is based on luck. This is dangerous because you won't be lucky all the time, and if you trade something that you don't understand, sooner or later you will lose money. Besides the three questions, an experienced trader will also revisit the paper account if they discover some new strategy and wants to test it, or if for a period of time they have constant loss and it is a good idea to get back to paper account for a while and find out if something has gone wrong to avoid further loss. In sum, this video covers the top 3 mistakes in day trading. First, not following own rules. Second, not doing daily homework. And the third, not profitable in paper account. Hope this video will help you improve your trading skills. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. You can also go to my channel for more videos. Thank you.